Greetings. In this video, we will learn the differences between the UTD email and course messages. But before we begin, I need to state that you have to choose just one mode for course communication. Using both can cause confusion as they do not feed information to each other. To help you decide, we will learn how email and messages differ by location, features, and e-learning synchronization. Let's start with messages, because you see its tab after you log into e-learning. While it reports the number of unread messages, when you click, the messages do not appear in a list. You must click on each course or organization to read a reply. Upon accessing e-learning messages, you can create your own folders to organize your correspondence. Because course messages are self-contained and tied to only one course, messages can be archived, a way for e-learning to record activity, grades, and communication. So, if a question comes up regarding a student's grade or e-learning activity, then you can ask to restore an archive course for your department or for you to review. However, course messages have advantages and disadvantages. The first is location. If you want your students to use course messages, then delete the UTD email link and add a course message link to your course menu. If you don't create a messages link to your course menu, then your students must use the link in the base navigation. This can make communication awkward over time, as students would need to leave your course and then navigate back to access your course messages. The second is access. Everyone has to log into e-learning to correspond with messages. Again, this means that messages can be a resource for maintaining course records within e-learning. But due to its setup, messages always operate separately from other e-learning course tools. Now let's look at the UTD email. By default, the UTD email appears as a course menu link. But this link is basically a front end for sending email directly to the UT Dallas EDU accounts. Selecting this email link allows you to see all the options to email a user or a group of users. If I opt to email the class, then I can select all students. Note that I can only see the students currently enrolled in my course. When I type the subject, the text, and hit submit, that email no longer remains inside of the e-learning course. Instead, my greeting now appears in the student email accounts. So, one advantage is that the email is a popular correspondence tool that does not require students to log into e-learning to check and respond every time. Once the email from your course appears in the UT Dallas email accounts, any additional correspondence continues through the student and instructor UT Dallas email. Another advantage for using the email tool is that messages are integrated with other e-learning setups. If I wanted, I can send an email to all or some of the e-learning groups. From the Grade Center, I can select all or some of the students to send an email. If I wanted students to see the announcement immediately, then I can select the command Email Now. So an email is advantageous because it's a popular tool that integrates with other e-learning setups. But it also has disadvantages. First, e-learning courses do not archive any email communication, meaning that the courses do not keep any records of sent or received email. Second, students might not read your emails because they do not check their accounts regularly or because their UT Dallas email accounts are full. The latter becomes apparent when you send an email to an entire class and receive several bounce back alerts. However, now that you know the difference between messages and email, Be sure to pick one and let your students know. For additional information, watch our other videos, schedule training, or email us with elearning@utdallas.edu.